All right, I want to share with you my Lake Dardanelle Jasper engines and transmissions recap. So, Lake Dardanelle was high and muddy. It was blown out in a lot of places. Pushed everybody into the backwater areas trying to find a little bit clearer water. But when we did that, you had so much water back in behind the cover, the fish were literally really hard to get to. So you had to try to find areas that the fish couldn't get away from you back into that flooded buckbrush and willow trees. And on day one, I tried to fish in a popular area called Illinois Bayou. It didn't work out very well for me. I fished in a crowd and I did not do what I needed. So the second day, not knowing exactly what was going to transpire, I decided to point my Phoenix up the river and I ran until literally I thought I had enough gas to get back. And that's where I fished. And I picked a big backwater area. I got in it. It was really nice. And I started out covering a lot of water with this 1/2 ounce Lunker lure buzz bait. When I get a bite or two on it, it was cloudy that morning. They were typically pretty good fish. Then later on that day, the sun broke out. The fish went tighter to the cover. So I just pulled out a 1/2 ounce range tungsten weight. Put it on a Missile Baits D-bomb in California Loves, good and dirty water. And then I started playing around with the Destroyer, the Missile Baits Destroyer and Bruiser Flash. And I actually weighed in 3 of my heaviest fish on this bait. Just a larger profile. It really surprised me of what bites that it generated. And I just kept moving around and finally I figured out where those fish were located, and I just kept alternating between 3 or 4 different areas in this backwater pond that I had found, and I caught a pretty decent weight. And I moved way up in the standings and salvaged my tournament and a bunch of points during that deal. So if you ever run into those conditions, don't think that you can't practice during the tournament day, because that's exactly what I did there, and it was the best day that I'd had so far. And there you have it, the Lake Dardanelle Jasper Engines and Transmissions wrap.